What's up, you guys? It's Layla Lane, and I'm back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about Wendy Williams' church fit going viral. Now, unfortunately, what people wear to church is a big deal. I know some people who only go around the offering plate to show off their outfit, to show off their church fit, even on social media. Just hashtag church fit. You see, what you wear to church is kind of like a big deal. Church for some people is like a fashion show. It's a money show. It's a show for some people. So we're going to talk about Wendy Williams' church fit going viral, and we're going to talk about what T.I. had to say about his relationship with organized religion and the church and how he feels it's all a show. But first, if you're watching, if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, I'm Layla Lynn. I cover celebrity news and nostalgia, and I also have another channel, Crime and Context with Layla Lynn, and I'm creating content on that channel as well. I just finished uploading 2 videos. I have another one to do on that channel about crime, and I see in the comments some of you guys told me that you get really into crime too. So make sure you subscribe to that channel. Let's go ahead and talk about Wendy Williams. This is on Glock Topics. Shout out to Glock Topics and More Media Hits. This is Wendy Williams. She attended the Christian Cultural Center, and this was the fit. So it's basically a shirt. In this video, let me say this. Let me preface this video by saying I love that Wendy Williams wanted to go to church. With all she's been through, I feel like it's like sweet that she still has a heart like for God and that she wanted to go to church. I feel like that's really sweet. I don't care what she wore. She could have wore muumuu. I feel like it's sweet. I know that mentally she is going through some hurdles. I'll put it that way. So I know her fashion may not be what you might expect it to be. But this was her church fit. And it's basically, I'll call it a shirt dress. I actually don't think it's meant to be a shirt dress, but I'll call it a shirt dress. It's a maroon shirt dress and then a big Gucci belt. And then Wendy loves her Uggs, her furry Ugg boots. And it looks like she has on stockings. And then she has on her classic W, her Wendy icon necklace. I never noticed, it looks like Wendy has dimples. Wendy is in the Dimples Club. But to me, it doesn't look like she's going to church. But again, I don't mind it because it's Wendy and I know she's been through some things. But we're going to get into the comments because it is going viral. But I do want to say, like, if you compare her to the lady beside her, it's not a big difference. The lady in her Gucci tights, it's not a big difference. So if you're dealing with someone who has like mental health issues, she might be like, look at you and look at me. We look the same. You know what I mean? It's not a big difference. But let's go ahead and get into the comments. Someone said, did they know where they were going? So I guess they see it too. That is not a big difference between her and her friend. Just Grace Jones. So I don't care about how my girl Wendy is dressing. I'm just glad Miss Mama is glowing and looking healthy, child. Yeah, it's not about the outfit for me. Someone else said church in poom poom shorts and a shirt is crazy. I don't see the shorts. I actually don't even see the poom poom shorts. I'm gonna assume that she has on some shorts underneath, but I actually don't see them. Someone else said dress like that for church. Also thought that was LaToya Jackson. Someone else said, good, now we can get reaction on Sean Combs' The Reckoning documentary. People want to know, Sean Combs, P. Diddy, terrorized Wendy Williams. She called him out in the 90s and he terrorized her entire career. And people want to know why Wendy Williams married the way she did. It seems like she married in a way to have protection, like to have a bodyguard. Like she needed somebody like as crazy as P. Diddy, because Diddy terrorized her for outing him in the 90s. Someone else said Wendy in a nice gown would do her so much justice. Yeah, she still would look good, yeah, in a gown. And even she used to do like this, almost like the Sex and the City look with like these huge dresses. She would look good in one of those. Someone else said, Auntie, stay in those Ugg boots. I respect it. Someone else said she looks great, but is she wearing something underneath? We don't know. But like I said, I'm just glad Wendy Williams had the heart to go to church. I think it's so cute that Wendy Williams went to church. I also want to get into what T.I. had to say about church. And if you go to my Crime and Context channel, I'm actually talking about D4BD. He is Kojic. He grew up Kojic. And so I'm talking about that on my Crime and Context channel, so make sure you check that out. On Den of Kings with Kirk Franklin, that's his podcast, and the Art of Dialogue reposted a part of his podcast. Now, when it comes to like T.D. Jakes and Kirk Franklin and copyright, they have went after my channel. I don't play with them. It seems like those type of people, when they say the church is a business, they mean it, because my biggest issues on my channel have been with WeTV and T.D. Jakes, Kirk Franklin, people like that, people in the church. But T.I. was on Kirk Franklin's podcast, Den of Thieves, and he said, I never felt the connection with the church. And they say T.I. calls church a business and compares church to a Broadway show. Now, the reason why T.I., and a lot of people like T.I. who have been in the streets, people who like hustle, people who focus on getting money, a lot of times they see through a lot of pastors who seem to be doing the same thing, seem to be hustling through the church. I've been to a lot of churches where the pastor is a former hustler. He's a former street dude. And so a lot of street dudes say, this is just a new hustle. When they see pastors like that, they look at the church as just a new hustle, a new way to get money. And that's what T.I. was saying on the Den of Kings podcast. And I hope I said Den of Kings and not Den of Thieves. Den of Kings podcast, he was saying that for him, the church is all a show. It's all a hustle. It's all to get money. So people are reacting to that. Someone said the church is a grand hustle, enriching the pastor. You don't need a broker or middleman to hear your prayers. And that's what T.I. actually said on the podcast. He was saying he doesn't need a middleman. As far as his relationship with God, he believes in God, but he doesn't need a middleman like a pastor to broker his relationship with God. And he doesn't need to donate. To have a relationship with God does not require donations. Someone else said he is spitting facts about the modern church. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do you think the modern church is like a hustle? Is it hustle culture? Someone else said, I feel like church is for those that need that broker and community. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you can establish a relationship and understanding on your own, that's also an achievement. I think that's a good point. Some people need a different type of community, a different type of relationship. Everyone is different. They quoted him as saying the only time you saw Jesus lose his temper was in the church. That's a fact. If you read the Bible, it is a fact. According to it's like a Bible fact. I'll put it that way. It's a Bible fact. Someone else said that's why you have to study the Bible, have a close personal relationship with God, and find a church home. Go deeper. And I do feel like it's a thing where you do have to really go deep and really study these churches before you join a church. You know, is it a hustle? Some churches, the pastor does give you hustle vibes when they say, you know, keep donating, make your prayers reach the ceiling, donate more. It is a hustle. And a lot of people who are from the streets, a lot of people who hustle recognize the hustle. What do y'all think about what T.I. said about the church? And what do y'all think about Wendy Williams attending church? I think it's so sweet that she wanted to attend church. I wish the best for Wendy Williams. Leave a comment, share your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching. Now, if you made it this far to the end of the video, then I think you like my content. So make sure you subscribe and check out my channel. I have over 1,000 videos on my channel. Check out my playlist and my podcast, and I assure you, you will like more of my content.